Hi, it's Paula Harris, and on today's Cornerstone Quick Clip, we're going to talk about how to attend a funeral and what to say. So our curveball life planning process, we work a lot with widows who've lost a spouse, so we end up going to a fair amount of funerals. And that can be a very uncomfortable place for a lot of people. We as Americans don't deal well with death, and we don't know what to say. So a couple of years ago, I went and studied with a woman named Amy Florian from Core Genius, and her specialty is helping people deal with grief. So I've got a couple of tips for you. When you go to the funeral, it's always good to best read the obituary beforehand and familiarize yourself a little bit about the person, their family members, and the history, so you know the names and a little bit about their life. One of the most important things that you shouldn't do, it's something we all do, don't say I'm sorry. Because basically, you could never be any more sorry than the person who lost their spouse, and it doesn't feel the best. Having said that, it's better to say something than not to say anything. So a suggestion might be that you say something like, please accept my sympathies. Or you could say, I knew your husband, your father, and this is how I knew them, and share a story. That's a wonderful way to connect with someone. Another thing you can do is ask the family member, is there something about, and use their name, and that you'd like to share with me today, and let them share a story. I've done this several times at funerals, and the most amazing stories get shared, and a really deep connection can be held with the family member. So those are a few tips for navigating a funeral. But also make sure that you send a card. Cards are very important to people. And don't be afraid to write down some thoughts in the card. But the most important thing I hear over and over again is please show up. And please make sure you have eye contact and you're willing to speak to the person about their lost loved one, the death of their loved one. No one wants to feel invisible. So make sure you share some heartfelt condolences, and make sure you show up at that next wake or funeral. That's today's Cornerstone Quick Clip.